Hello actors, I've just finished first day of my second intensive and in true form want to pop on and share some learnings with you. I've had a quartet today, so 4 actors. We're acquiring some more actors next week, but we've had 6.5 hours to work as a quartet. Repetition, round robin rep, scene work, setting up for a relationship exercise next week. The massive learning I'm taking away is the importance of repetition practice. What I've noticed is the people that might work in the corporate world outside of their acting, or even people that just live life as the constructs of society is, that it doesn't lend itself available to you honouring your truth and your instincts so freely. But I notice with the people that haven't been practicing much and also people that don't generally have a lot of repetition practice, is that there is a tendency to go into habit. So that's habit forming behaviours in terms of checking out when they are repeating and it becomes difficult or uncomfortable, or they want to disengage with the listening because that's what they're used to doing in life, because it's really uncomfortable and it's exhausting. Repetition just allows you to really listen and stay in it moment to moment, and it keeps you engaged and it keeps each moment, each line really interesting. But it is exhausting if we're not used to doing it. So when we get onto scene work and more advanced work of the Meisner technique, the attention is less on you and your habits and your nuances. But if you haven't dealt with them in the repetition, they're gonna come up, and they are going to cause the same problems for you in your acting and your scene work and your improvisational work. So basically, if there's any actors on here that use Meisner technique, just keep that instrument going, keep those actor scales going by practicing, going to class, meeting up with a friend who's versed in the repetition exercise. And if you haven't done any Meisner work before, I really recommend you go to a class that you explore repetition. It's not only useful for acting, but it's useful for you as a human being. It's useful for you to learn how to actually listen. It's useful for you to notice what you're avoiding, what you're habitually avoiding, and actually investigate the things that you really care about. It's such a wonderful tool. It allows you to access areas of you that you're just not used to accessing, and that just help you be a more honest actor. So whilst I didn't aim to campaign for this to be a go to repetition, it just naturally comes back to that, to be honest, in the work if you haven't been doing enough of it, because great acting is connected, great acting is instinctive, great acting is brave, great acting is uncomfortable, great acting is people who are having problems with themselves but are connected and listening and allowing themselves to be as they are, and that's what it really encourages you to do. You bring your full authentic self to the work.